If I am guilty of anything, it is of believing what God said about children. Suffer little children to come unto me, and forbid them not, for such is the kingdom of heaven. In no way do I think that I am God, but I do try to be God-like in my heart. I am totally innocent of any wrongdoing. Something's weird here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The press has made up so much god-awful, horrifying stories that are completely appalling. I know. Completely appalling. And so far from the truth. And it's made me to realize the more often a person tell a lie, the more times you hear a lie, I mean, you begin to believe it. If it's told often enough, you start to believe it. Do not judge a person. Do not pass judgment on anyone unless you have talked to them one-on-one. I don't care what the story is. Do not judge them because it's a lie. I'm a black American. I'm proud to be a black American. I am proud of my race. I am proud of who I am. I have a lot of pride in who I am and dignity. I have a skin disorder that destroys the pigmentation of the skin. It's something that I cannot help. Okay, but when people make up stories that I don't want to be who I am, it hurts me. It's a problem for me, okay? I can't control it, okay? But what about all the millions of people? Let's reverse it. Okay. What about all the millions of people who sit out in the sun to become darker, to become other than what they are? Nobody says nothing about that.
So when did this start? When did the color of your skin start to change?
Oh boy, sometime after Thriller. Around Off the Wall Thriller. Sometime
what did
around
you
there.
think? I mean,
it's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand. I mean, it makes me very sad. I don't want to go into my medical history because that's something that's private. But that's the situation here. So please, when people see something like that.
I just want to get this straight. Yeah. You are not taking anything to change the color of your skin.
Oh God, no.
You did not purposely.
We're trying to control it, and using makeup evens it out because it makes blotches on the skin, and I have to even out my skin. But you know what's funny? Why is that so important? You know, that's not important to me. I'm a great fan of art. I love Michelangelo. If I had a chance to talk to him or read about him, I would want to know about what inspired him to become who he is, the anatomy of his craftsmanship, not about who he went out with last night or why he decided to sit out in the sun so long. What's wrong with, I mean, that's what's important to me.
You said you don't sleep in separate bedrooms, and I'm a journalist to ask these kinds of questions, but I'm not oblivious to the fact that your fans had one question they most wanted to ask of you.
Do we have sex? Yes. Well, why wouldn't we have a lot in common? That's the question. Why? How can you fake that 24 hours a day with somebody, sleeping with somebody, waking up with somebody?
Never leave me alone. The house alone. People talk, people say, what we have is just a game. I'll never let you go. Come here, girl. Just not to make sweet love till the break of dawn. Don't want the sun to shine. Break of dawn. This magic in your eyes and in my heart. Break of dawn. Don't know what I'm gonna do. I just have love. It's break of dawn. Won't stop till break of dawn.
Did you ever sexually engage, fondle, have sexual contact with this child or any other child?
Never, ever. I could never harm a child or anyone. It's not in my heart. It's not who I am. Yes. There was nothing that matched me to those charges.
There was nothing. There was nothing that concurred.
That's why I'm sitting here talking to you today. There was not one iota of information that was found that could connect me.
So when we've heard that there was a marking, why did you settle the case then? Why did you settle the case? And it looks to everyone as if you paid a huge amount of money.
Most of that's
to get
folklore.
silence.
I talked to my lawyers, and I said, can you guarantee me that justice will prevail? And they said, Michael, we cannot guarantee you that a judge or a jury will do anything. And with that, I was like catatonic. I was outraged.
How much money?
Totally outraged. So what I said, I have got to do something to get out from under this nightmare. All these lies and all these people coming forward to get paid in these tabloid shows. Just lies, 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 lies. So what I did, we got together again with my advisors, and they advised me. It was hands down a unanimous decision. Resolve the case. This could be something that could go on for 7 years. There wasn't one piece of information that says I did that. And anyway, they turned my room upside down, went through all my books, all my videotapes, all my private things, and they found nothing that could say Michael Jackson did this. Nothing.
What is a 36-year-old man doing sleeping with a 12-year-old boy, or a series of them?
Right. Okay, when you say boys, it's not just boys, and I've never invited just boys to come in my room. Come on, that's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous question. But since people want to hear it, the answer, I'll be happy to answer it. I have never invited anyone into my bed, ever. Children love me. I love them. They follow me. They want to be with me. But anybody can come in my bed. A child can come in my bed.
I can say, sorry, I've seen this. I just wanted to say that I've seen these children, they don't let him go to the bathroom without running in there with them, and they won't let him out of their sight. So when he jumps in the bed, I'm even out. They jump in the bed with him.
Would you let your son, when he grows up and is 12 years old, do that?
You know what? If I didn't know Michael, no way. But I happen to know who he is and what he is, and that makes it. I know that he's not. I know that he's not like that, and I know he has a thing for children.
You're going to make sure it doesn't happen again. I think this is really the key thing people want to know, that there are not going to be more of these sleepovers in which people have to wonder.
Nobody wonders when kids sleep over at my house.
But are they over? Are you going to watch out for it now?
Watch out for
just
what?
for the sake of the children and for
No,
everything
because
you've been through?
it's all moral and it's all pure. I don't even think that way. It's not what's in my heart.
So you'll
I would
do it
never,
again.
ever. Do what again?
I mean, you'll have a child
Of
sleeping
course.
over.
They want.
Yes.
It's on the level of purity and love and just innocence, complete innocence. If you're talking about sex, and that's a nut. That's not me. Go to the guy down the street, because it's not Michael Jackson. It's not what I'm interested in.
Somehow people still are not, they don't feel they've heard everything about the whiteness of your skin, and that it's not somehow a choice on your part, along with the makeup, is it to be neither black or white, neither to look completely male, to be in the androgynous zone? I think they want to know, it is a decision on your part some way, the way you look. Where does it come from?
I think it creates itself, nature.
He's an artist. He has every right, and he is constantly remodifying something or changing it or reconstructing it or, working on some imperfection that he thinks needs to be worked on. If he sees something he doesn't like, he changes it. Period. He re-sculpted himself. He's an artist.
I might want to put a red dot right there, but 2 eyes right here.
Are you pleased now with the way you
I'm never pleased with anything. I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
It's part of who I am.
They say I'm different, they don't understand. But there's a bigger problem that's much more in demand. You got world hunger, not enough to eat. More problems than we'll ever need. Gang violence and bloodshed on the street. Homeless people with no food to eat, with no clothes on their back and no shoes for their feet. We've got drug addiction in the minds of the weak. So much corruption, police brutality. Street walkers walking into darkness. Strange diseases, but there's no cure. School teachers who don't wanna teach. Grown people who can't write or read. You've got many doctors that aren't so sure. So tell me, why you wanna trip on me? Tell me what.
Reason for the very existence of art. And I feel I was chosen as an instrument to just give music and love and harmony to the world.
There's no moment musically that you really think, that never disappoints you?
I'm just never satisfied with what I do creatively, you know. I just regret the limitation of my own imagination. I just feel there's so much more. I don't think I've ever done a project where I was totally happy with it. I think the next one is always the toughest one, because people expect more and more. And no matter how good it is, I go, well, it wasn't as good as, but I like what it's been. Together we connect to love. Each of us sharing ourselves with the world. Inside each breath, inside each song is a story. Our story. I think all my success is fame, and I've wanted it. I wanted it because I wanted to be loved. That's all.
Michael Jackson was taking his last bow, ending what could have been the last live concert of his life. Aren't you going to miss this kind of thing, that energy? The audience is going crazy out there. How are you going to stay away from it?
I don't know. It is my last one.
Are you really never going to do another one? No. Okay.
That's it. Thank you. Most of my dreams seem to come true, and I'm so thankful that they do. I don't know over what period of time, but I have lots of dreams, and they usually come true, and I'm so glad. I so much see myself like you, or like the people in this room. I'm human just like you are. I'm no better than you are. I may have a certain talent with my art and songwriting and dancing and the drama and the whole thing, the show business thing. But as far as human, I'm just like you. So it's no right for me to think I'm better than you or have an ego to walk on air. There are lots of people in my field who are like that, and most of those people, they fall. They really do, because they begin to treat people who helped them badly, and to forget where they came from, and to forget about those who helped them get where they are. And it's real important. That's why I thank all those. I thank everybody. It's important not to take it too serious and not to reflect too much on the past and too much on the gold and too much, because you get bogged down with your achievements instead of pulling out great work, instead of your past work, and you can get lost in that, really. And it's hard to say how one creates music, because it's hard for me to take credit. I feel it's more spiritual and heavenly than I can't take credit for it, really.
Can you imagine what your life would have been like if you didn't have the talent to sing?
Well, I can't imagine, really. I have no idea what I'd be doing, because it seems so right for me, and I'm here to do this, and it's my contribution to